Hello and welcome back, everybody, to F124, my team career mode. This is episode number 9 as we are heading to the Dutch Grand Prix at Zandvoort. We won the last race. We come off of an amazing race, which we won in Belgium in the rain. I mean, I have been practicing in wet weather conditions, so I'm happy to see that the wet weather practice has paid off. But now we have the Dutch Grand Prix to tackle, and hopefully we keep up our form going into this race weekend. Now we are expecting, we were, the updates did arrive before this race weekend, so hopefully a boost in performance for us as we're looking into getting some more upgrades for the upcoming races in the season. As you can see right now, we are not really going for power upgrades as our engine is still the best on the grid, but look, just browsing, window shopping for any possible future upgrades.
Just look at that sea of orange. No surprises if I tell you we're here in Holland at Zandvoort for the Max Verstappen celebration party. It's a quick track and perfect for high speeds, high stakes qualifying. Welcome along to the Dutch Grand Prix qualifying day.
Alright, so straight away into our first qualifying lap.
This rain could be with us for a while. Light rain conditions for the foreseeable future. Okay.
So it's currently drizzling at the track right now. It's not gonna hamper our progress, hopefully, as we begin our flying lap in Q1. I was gonna say it is New Year's Eve, 31st of December. So happy New Year's, everyone. Hopefully 2025 is your year, as everyone says. It's going to be my year this year. Hopefully it is my year this year, as Tsunoda put up a 1:13. That means the times are slowing down already because of the rain. But DRS is still not disabled, meaning it's not raining heavy enough to suggest that inters are going to be necessary as we cross the line with a 112.6, and this rain seems like it's going to get heavier as we only do one run, which is enough for us to make it up into Q2, as well as our teammate Arthur Leclerc makes it into Q2 himself, and that's great for us as a team. And now it seems like it's raining very heavy, but DRS is still up and online, meaning slicks are still an option for this first time lap, but I don't think we will have DRS by the end of this lap, as the rain has gotten quite heavy. As you can see, we're struggling for traction at the exit of turn 1, and as you can see at the top of your screens, the lap times have slowed down significantly. Lando Norris at 1:19 as the fastest lap, meaning we're gonna start losing a lot of grip at the exit of turns. And as you can see right here, Max Verstappen on 1:18. I mean, he is the wet weather master. This DRS being disabled right now, but we're gonna continue onwards anyway and try to set a lap at 122.5. The rain has gotten very heavy. It is not good for us because I really hate mixed conditions, where the beginning of a lap was on slicks, and then by the end of the lap I will need inters to be able to extract any performance out the car. But straight away at the exit of turn 1 we can see an improvement in traction. I mean, that's where I massively oversteered off the exit, and that's why we gained a huge amount of time, as we are currently sitting 16th and in the drop zone. Hopefully with this lap, as you can see, we're 5 tenths quicker than, or 6 tenths I should say, quicker than Esteban Ocon in 12th, if you paid attention to the leaderboards on the top left, as I crossed the first sector line. And by the end of the lap, we are now 3 seconds quicker than our previous lap time, meaning we should land ourselves actually 3.5 seconds, so like about 1:19. Yeah, 1:19.0, which is enough to take us up to 3rd place. Now I see that the other drivers have not decided to go out on the intermediates, because I mean, if that was my lap time on the inters, then there won't be a huge difference for the top 10 drivers, as we have George Russell, who's knocked out because of our inter lap, but that means we have a...
The rain's passing now, so expect it to ease up in the next few minutes. The dry line's going to come in quickly, so don't waste any time getting back up to speed. Inters look like the best tyre for now.
So as our race engineer was just saying, the rain is easing up, meaning we might have a chance to set a final lap on slick tires. As you can see, the times are improving. Piastri with a 1:19.8 and Verstappen a 19.5. Yeah, lap times are improving, meaning we might have a chance to go back on the soft tires and set a better lap time compared to what we're going to be setting currently, as Piastri had to get out of the way. He just finished his lap time, or lap, sorry, he just ended his flying run around the track, and he tried to do it out the first corner, but kind of slowed us down a little bit. But 8/10 quicker than Leclerc by the end of the second sector is very nice, as round the final 2 corners, the final corner now, we should be able to set a proper lap time. I mean, the conditions were improving, so we should actually go straight to the top. Oh, no, we don't. Only a 10th and a half, or just above a 10th and a half slower than Lando Norris, who is currently on provisional pole, and Perez, who's second. Where is Max Verstappen in all of this? He should be performing very well in his home race, as already gaining time, obviously. Slick tires, quicker in dry conditions. Oh shit. As yeah, see, as you can see, the times are improving, but there is still a little bit of a slipperiness out the exit of turns. The track is green now. There's no rubber being laid down. The rubber hasn't been laid down because of the rain just washing it all away, as we're getting aggressive on the entry of corners to maximize the speed through it, to hopefully get a decent lap time. We're currently sitting last in this session, but with the time we are setting now, or hopefully the time that we're going to set by the time we cross the line, we should be able to get a second row start, possibly a 3rd or 4th is probably where I'm looking at right now. Just seeing how I qualified, or how I performed in the last 2 qualifying sessions, as we cross the line now, and we are going to be starting tomorrow's or Sunday's Grand Prix in 4th place. Pretty decent qualifying for us in mixed conditions.
Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix. Welcome along then to the North Sea coast and to the Zandvoort circuit. We're 25 miles away from Amsterdam for today's Dutch Grand Prix. It's a race the great Jim Clark won on 4 occasions, leading for an astonishing total of 370 laps. Zandvoort circuit has 14 corners, 10 to the right and 4 to the left, with plenty of steep camber and elevation changes to keep our drivers on their toes throughout the 2.6 mile lap. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. It's Sergio Perez on pole today, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Verstappen, the owner driver. Sainz, Leclerc, Fernando Alonso, Hamilton, Oscar Piastri, Gasly, Ocon, Stroll, Leclerc, Magnussen, Russell, Ricciardo, Albon, Sargent, Bottas, Hulkenberg, Joe, and Yuki Tsunoda. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
All right. I keep saying all right. You know what? I noticed this while I was editing. I keep saying all right every time there is a brief cut in between when I'm commentating and when I'm just like letting the game, you know, I don't know, like the commentator to speak, when I'm letting him to speak, or when the race engineer is talking. I just talked over him just now, or spoke. Spoke, is it? English is hard, man. Anyway, anyway, starting from P4, right behind Verstappen, and exactly right behind Lando Norris, who's starting on the front row alongside Perez, who got pole position. As we're gonna get ready to go racing at Zandvoort. It's 5 red lights for the Dutch Grand Prix, and it's lights out and away we go. We got a pretty poor start off the line, and now we have the 2 Ferraris alongside us. As we enter turn 1, we make a little bit of contact over there with one of the Ferraris. I don't know who that was. I mean, you couldn't probably see it, can you? But it probably was a bit of contact to the floor of our car, or the side pods, one of the two, as already we're just slow off the line. That must be massive damage to either a side pod or the floor, as we're losing a lot of time immediately off the start, and that is definitely not good for us. So immediately at the or during this first lap, we're gonna think about damage limitation and trying to score as much points as we can with the current condition of our car, as we're kind of keeping up with the front 4, who Leclerc has just taken 4th place off our hands, off the line, as Sainz drops down to 7th place, and right behind us Lewis Hamilton in 6th, as Verstappen is up into 2nd place right behind his teammate. Going into turn 1, doesn't seem like he made a move into turn 1, as Perez still holds the lead, but as you can see, 1.2 seconds already behind Leclerc, who's the car ahead. But by lap 2, you can look at the time that we're losing at the moment. We're 2 seconds a lap slower than the cars around us, because of the bodywork damage.
Okay, the underbody's taken some damage. You might start to notice it soon.
Yes, as I was saying, we received damage off the start of this race, and again, damage limitation is probably the only way to go for this race, as a chance for Lewis Hamilton and Alonso, who's close behind him, to make a move going into turn 1, as we're gonna have to use the ERS to try and defend into turn 1. Alonso has nowhere to go, as we kind of I don't know, boxed him out, is it? As Hamilton is attempting a switch back on us at the exit of turn 1, but we give him no chance to make a move into turn 3, as we hold 5th place. And with man, look at that damage, and it is gonna cause our car to understeer a lot, because no downforce from the floor. And is it understeering, or just like loss of aerodynamic performance? That's it. As we're gonna be very draggy down the straights, as we're holding up a whole bunch of cars. But Alonso and Hamilton currently battling, and Alonso decides to go down the inside into turn 1 with Hamilton round our outside, as we're gonna try to fight Alonso, not Hamilton, Alonso, but he manages to get ahead, and up into 5th place he goes, as Piastri takes a high line at that carousel corner, was it? as Alonso is now already half a second ahead of us, but we're currently using a little bit of ERS just to stay with him. And up into lap 12, like immediately you just see that Alonso now is 10 seconds ahead of us. So between whatever lap that was, I think it was lap 5, 10 seconds of a gap has been built as we enter the pit box for our one and only pit stop onto the medium set of tires. Now hopefully a good stop for us over here to get, I don't know, 2-3 points, as we have an issue with the left front. Oh my days.
We had an issue removing
How many
the left front
times?
wheel. I know it's not ideal, mate,
Is
but
it
it's
is
trying to
it
put
is it our
behind us
first
to get
time
back into this race.
having issues at the pit stop, and like at the worst possible race to have an issue at a pit stop where our goal was to limit the damage done to our race at the beginning, and now we're down in 18th place, well, with some other cars not pitting yet. We're now up into, well, we're fighting for 10th with Pierre Gasly, as we kind of break over there, you know, a little sneaky move trying to get DRS on Pierre Gasly going down the straight, as we have our teammate who is behind us at the moment in 12th. Now we could probably play a team game over here, knowing that our teammate hasn't scored points yet, as we bash into the side of Gasly, and that helps our teammate through. That was not intentional, I promise you, as we let our teammate through up into 10th place. He goes, the final point scoring position, and now we're just gonna try and play the team game and help our teammate score his first career points in Formula 1, and we're gonna just defend for our lives over here, as right now lap 20 this is taking place. We have Gasly, Magnussen, a lot of cars that would like to score points for their teams, as I mean Alpine doesn't need points, they're 9th with Ocon. So Gasly, you can bugger off, I don't care. Magnussen, yes, he might need the points for the team, but it doesn't matter now. We're just gonna defend very hard, as we already helped Leclerc build a 1.5 second gap to us, and that gap is just widening by the minute, or literally by the second, as every second we look at the leaderboards, it's just gap is building up, as Gasly now tries for a move down the inside, and we just hang around the outside and back up into 11th place we go. Momentarily Gasly was ahead of us, but we just managed to get a good exit at the first corner. And now, I mean, since we're already out the points, 5-second gap, we just might as well go into the pitch and box for softs. I mean, the chances of me getting fastest lap, by the way, I didn't know, I wasn't thinking straight at the time. I was just very upset with how our race went, so I didn't even know that, or didn't even think that that would be a terrible idea, just to throw away an 11th place finish and try to go for a fastest lap just for the hell of it. But yeah, with the damage that we have, there's no way we get fastest lap, and we come out right ahead of Verstappen, who is currently in the lead. As you can see right here on our screens, you can see me right there at the corner as I'm attempting the fastest lap, or was attempting the fastest lap, as Verstappen is now rounding the final corner from 3rd on the grid to take the checkered flag and win his home race, with Leclerc right behind him and Lando Norris finishing off in 3rd, as our teammate Leclerc, this time not the Ferrari one, our teammate is gonna end up scoring his first career points.
As things stand, we'll be 6th in the championship.
And yeah, with that, it's not a bad start. I mean, not a bad position to be in the driver's standings, as we our teammate Leclerc crosses the line to finish in 10th place. I do sound a bit tired today, but that's just because my freaking face is all like stuffy and stuff. Yeah, we actually received more damage throughout that race, if you notice. Anyway, we crossed the line to finish last. Not a good result, to be honest, as inconsistencies are continuing to show in the team. But a good job for our teammate who scored his first points, and I'm really happy for him.
And in the end, there was no Verstappen. Max Verstappen, he takes victory.
Fantastic job out there, and we know that this keeps them in the title battle. And although the teams care more about the constructors, we care more about the drivers. So an incredible job out there today.
Here come today's winners. The team at Red Bull have done a phenomenal job recently, and it's clear to see that they've put in the work, and they should be so proud of the victory they've secured here. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time out? Be sure to join us once again as we continue to bring you all the excitement of Formula One.
Okay, so we are now at the end of this video, and as you can see right there, our teammate has scored 4 points finally for the team. So we can say that he contributed to the success of where we're gonna hopefully end up at the top of the midfield, maybe in the top 3 in the constructors. Definitely not foreshadowing. But yeah, we have Monza in the next race, as you can see in the bottom left. But yeah, that puts us, like Mark said, in 6th in the drivers, and currently we're sitting 5th in the constructors championship. Okay, there's no hope for us to finish 4th. Look at the gap. I mean, actually, no, I'm thinking about it now. The gap is not that huge. Yeah, anyway, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this episode till the end. Please leave a like and subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you in the next one.